Yo! Welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and this is Thursday. I don't know what day. Oh, April Fool's. No podcast. No, I'm joking. There's a podcast. Oh, hold on. April 1st. Look, where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on YouTube, also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates of the Cruising Podcast is at Cruising Podcast on Instagram, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. All right. So it's been a couple weeks now, and I think the spoilers and stuff like that, if you haven't watched this movie yet, I gave you enough time, and we're going to get to it. Justice League, the Snyder Cut. Hold on, let me do my bet. The Snyder Cut. Oh, okay. So we're at so finally the fans got what they wanted all along is the Snyder Cut. And to tell you the truth, to be really truthful, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. 4 hours long. 4 hours is a little long, but here's the problem. It needed to be 4 hours because they needed to flesh out a story. The problem is with the movie, in my opinion, is that Justice League came out way too quickly. And just like everybody's been saying, Justice League came out way too quickly. We should have had a Batman movie. We should have had a Flash movie. We should have had a Cyborg movie. We should have had we did have two Superman movies, and then we also had one Wonder Woman movie by the time the movie came out. I think there should have been, you wouldn't have had to flesh out a storyline, especially for Cyborg and Flash, if you just made their standalone movies first. If you didn't rush and see that Marvel was doing successful things, listen, the reason why Marvel was doing successful things is because the Christopher Nolan Batmans were so great, except for the third one. Third one wasn't that great, but we all got one bad batch. Okay, listen, we need to understand that DCEU rushed because they saw Marvel were doing big things, and that's a problem when you're trying to create continuity between characters that people barely know, especially Cyborg and Flash. People don't really have that much knowledge of those two characters. Now, think about it. You got Superman. You got the triumvirate, which is Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Everyone knows these three characters. They are the staples in the DC universe. I think this movie didn't need to be 4 hours if we got the storylines of the others. Also, it wouldn't have been 4 hours if 20 minutes and 5 seconds of the movie wasn't in slow motion. How the fuck do you make a movie that's practically in slow motion for a actual percentage of the time? That also was fucking annoying. Also, the aesthetics. I know they wanted to go dark, which is great. I think DC, what is not understood is DC is a very, very, very dark comic. It's dark. Batman used to shoot people. Did you know that? No? Okay, cool. Superman dies from another alien being whose name was Doomsday. Wonder Woman fought Nazis. Like, this is how DC Comics started. So it has to be kind of dark. It was some funny lines. Oh, Aquaman too. People, I keep forgetting about Aquaman. And people, Aquaman had his own movie, but that was after Justice League. See, people would have had a better understanding of all these characters if at least maybe 3 to 4 of them had their own standalone thing. And then you just build up the continuity. It maybe even use Batman as kind of like a Nick Fury type deal, and where he's putting together the Avengers. It would have made life so much easier and better for DC. But everybody's like, oh, well, we need the Snyderverse. No, we don't. We don't need that. No. That was a one-off. That's a one-off. I'm sorry. That's a one-off. You can't do that again. Don't pull that shit. Because if we get another one of these, I think that will destroy the DCU. And that's what will happen if that actually flops again. Now, should Zack Snyder be able to finish off? Should have been able to finish off the movie to begin with, of course. He went with the 300 aesthetic a little bit too much. That's how it felt. It felt like I was watching 300 with Batman, Superman, and all the rest of these people. Also, you didn't have Superman for like more than half of the movie, so it was like even crazier. Like it just seemed like Superman could beat everybody with one hand tied behind his back and blindfolded, but they wanted to flesh out everybody else's like fighting powers and stuff like that. Like let's be real. I'm a Batman fan. That's a tough fight for Batman, fighting a being that can't die and is super powerful. So 4 hours was a little long. I had to watch it in like a couple days. It was a lot better because we got more of a storyline. We got more why Cyborg is Cyborg the way he is, also why Flash is the way he is. I think we still need to get a Flash movie. Maybe restart all of this thing, and then we can do that over again. But the biggest thing that I would want from this movie, though, is the nightmare sequence. I want to know how we got there. I want to see the full nightmare movie. I think that would be a great movie, in my opinion. I think that would be great. Batman, Joker, just the chemistry between Jared Leto and Ben Affleck. That was crazy. That was crazy. As he's talking, yeah, he said, "Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna fucking kill you." Batman doesn't kill. That's one of his rules, and him to say that to Joker must have did some shit to get to this nightmare scenario. And then Superman comes up, and then that's the end of that. Like, I think we needed to see more Deathstroke also. I thought Deathstroke was going to be in this film a little bit more. I thought maybe Jared Leto might get a little bit more screen time in Justice League, but I guess it wouldn't have made sense. I know a lot of people don't like his. I know a lot of people are not fans of his Joker, but when have we really got a fleshed out version of his Joker? I don't think we have to judge it. To tell you the truth, oh well, he's a juggaloker. No, that was stupid. That's not what a juggalo looks like. Go to a Juggalo Fest or go watch, Insane Clown Posse and see their people. That's not no. He had more of a mobster feel to him, them taking away all his tattoos and all the rest of that stuff in the nightmare sequence. It made him even like more. It made him creepier. It just made him real creepy. And I thought it was a better feel for his Joker. But I think we just never got enough time with his. And I think it was kind of unfair, because there should have been a Batman movie. We should have had a Batman movie. We should have had, a Cyborg and a Flash movie by now. But we're dealing with DC. DC just needs to probably stick with animated movies, and which they are perfect at. Where it's at. They're killing Marvel with that part of the story. So, like I said, at the end of the day, the Snyder's cut was better. You can tell so much more was supposed to be in this movie. Especially Aquaman. Jason Momoa killed it as Aquaman. Like, he was funny as shit throughout the whole movie. So I just wish that we got more movies out of this beforehand, and then we got here, because it took at least 5 years just to form the Avengers. You got to understand that part. This takes time, and that was not given to DC. So yeah, I think that's the only thing I want, though. That's the only thing I will take from this movie is getting the nightmare sequence, or nightmare movie. That shit would be fucking sweet. I just want to see how they would stop Superman from fucking them up. That would be great. All right. Also, on some more superhero things, My Hero Academia came out last Sunday. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you guys this. Um, the first episodes, the past two seasons of My Hero Academia, the first episodes are definitely filler episodes. Um, I'm hoping we can jump into some craziness. I can't wait. It looks like Class 1A is going to be fighting Class 1B, and I'm fucking for it. I'm here for it. It's going to be some good fight. I feel like there's going to be some good ass fights this season. So, yeah, it was really just, it was a training exercise where they fought the upperclassmen. Well, two of the upperclassmen. Well, two of the big three. As everybody know, Mario lost his powers, so he was sitting there acting like a hostage, or he was in the water. Save me! Say that shit. I'd be crying. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at with My Hero right now. Um, it's looking like it's going to be a setup between a fight between those two, or a competition, or something like that. You already know it's these kids fighting each other. So, but what I really want to get into superhero movie, superhero. This is going to be straight up superhero stuff right now. Invincible on Amazon. Yo, if y'all haven't watched that yet, what are we doing here? First of all, I know everybody's gonna be like, look, man, the first episode is kind of, I'm like the literally the first 20 listen, stick with it until the last 5 minutes. I'm not gonna spoil anything yet, but stick with it until the last 5 minutes. You're gonna get shocked, and you better be ready because and then after that, it's just creepy. That's all I'm going to say. It just feels creepy. The next two episodes, so they did exactly what The Boys did. They gave us the first three episodes, and will be coming out episodically on Fridays. I don't know why this show isn't being talked about more, but I can see why the quality on Walking Dead has gone down because Robert Kirkman has another killer right here. This Invincible is very well done. Very, very, very well done. And I hope people go and watch it. It's on Amazon. Um Amazon Prime. They've been having previews of it and everything like that. So definitely, if you guys get a chance, definitely go watch the first three episodes. I know you're gonna say, "Well, it's boring for the first two." No, wait until after the credits. Wait until after. No, not after the credits. Just wait. Just give it the last 5 minutes. All right, and it's gonna pay off. I promise. It goes from 0 to 10,000. That's how crazy this show is at the end. Just give it some time. Um. So yeah, that's it. We're gonna just stick with that. Invincible. Go check it out. All right. So we also are having the trial for Darren Chavin. I don't know how to fucking say his racist ass name. We're having his trial is happening right now for the murder of George Floyd. Yes, I said murder of George Floyd. And I'm gonna just take 5 minutes out and then I'm good. Listen, I mean a couple minutes out and then I'm good. Only when it happens to a black person. Not black person. Only when it happens to a minority that's victimized will people go out of their way to not just assassinate them in body, kill them, but they'll also go and assassinate them off their character too. They got to assassinate everything. Every part of the person has to be dead and set for when they're a victim. Listen to me. I just want to ask a quick question to some people. Even if he had a meth pipe in his hand while he's getting not in his hand, in his mouth while he's getting restrained. Even if he had I don't know, even if he popped a few pills while being restrained, does not mean that you fuckers are allowed to kill a man in cold blood on camera. Only in America where the home of the free and justice for all. Listen, that man deserves to be in jail for the rest of his fucking life. For the rest of his fucking life. He murdered that man. He kneeled on his neck for 8 minutes and 41 seconds. I don't want to hear shit about his character. I don't give a fuck after that. No person deserves to be murdered like that. That is ridiculous. That man was murdered, suffocated, strangled, however way you want to say it. That man was killed, and possibly one of the worst fucking ways. To me, that's one of the worst things, where you can't catch your own breath and you're dying slowly. Think about that before you fucking go and try to assassinate someone's character. Okay, he had a criminal history. Great. Okay. He did. Okay. That means he deserved to die that day because of a counterfeit $20 bill, possibly? Or because those two had prior incidents, because somebody was a little bit aggressive with customers at clubs because their little pee was hurt, because they're bitches with a badge. That's a problem to me. It's a problem that that stupid motherfuckers are still out here supporting this guy because they are worried about the character of George Floyd. You just showed your character that human life doesn't fucking matter to you. It doesn't. Yeah, I'm not even just talking about minority rights. I'm just saying human life. Your humanity is gone to me if that's the first thing that comes out of your fucking mouth. Well, what about when he held a knife to his? Hey, listen. I don't know about all that. I don't know about any of his prior convictions, which is, that's beside the fact right now. What we're looking at is a man got kneeled on his fucking neck for 8 minutes and 41 seconds while being restrained by 3 fucking officers. All 3 of them should go to jail for life. I know they won't, but all 3 should go to jail for fucking life. That is ridiculous. That is America. That a man can fucking kill someone and fight for their lives. You can go out. That man, that he's not an officer anymore, whatever the fuck he is. He can go kneel on a man's neck, kill him, and now he can fight for his life. Wow, it's on video camera. That it don't sit right with me, man. It don't sit right with me. It shouldn't sit right with anyone. How does that sit right with you if you're saying some stupid shit? Like, oh, well, his character. Nah, fuck you. Fuck you and the character. At the end of the day, no human deserves to die like that. Except for child molesters and rapists. So there's a few. There's a few that do deserve to go out that way. I'm sorry. That's just the way I roll, because I don't play that shit. So that's the problem I'm having with this whole case right now. I'm surprised there's even a fucking case. I mean, it's on camera that he murdered the man. If he somehow, and I promise, if he somehow gets nothing less than a murder conviction, I don't know what's going to happen to America. This is a very, very important case, because if that man gets fucking acquitted of any type of murder, there's going to be fucking problems. I know there is. I'm not fucking, there's going to be a problem. I already know it. It's crazy. If this man that's on video camera kneeling on a man's neck until he is dead. This is going to be worse than the OJ conviction. Like that's just straight the fuck up. It's going to be worse. And people need to really pay very close attention to this fucking case. Very close attention. We haven't even talked about that Marbury case in so long because of George Floyd case, because of the Darren Chauvin fucking murder case. He murdered that man. It's not even guilty until he's guilty. There's no way of proving him innocent of murder, and his accomplices should be in jail with him, and they should go to Gen Pop. That's just how I feel about this, because I feel horrible for not just George Floyd but his family, man. He has kids. Their kids lost a father that day. So I really hope that if you are listening and you do have a problem with whatever George Floyd did in his past, just know that man didn't deserve to fucking die like that. Nobody, except for select few, nobody deserves to die like that, though. That's ridiculous. And if you're a friend of mine and you think that, or if you're a listener and you think that, I don't give a shit. Get the fuck off. Fuck away from me. I can't have that evil near me. That's evil. That's evil right there. Speaking of evil, Lil Nas X. Y'all niggas tripping, bro. Yo, y'all are tripping. I was tripping. I ain't gonna lie. It's just fucking hilarious. Bruh, like any way to get publicity with these kids these days, they gonna find it, man. They gonna find it. And Nike is suing his ass. That's even funnier. Because everybody's like, yo, we're burning our Nikes. But Nike was like, yo, we had nothing to do with this, kids. We had nothing to do with this. That's just hilarious, man. That boy, man. Yo, y'all put the evil on that boy. I don't know what's going on. I don't care about publicity wise, but there's some shit you just shouldn't depict out in life and fucking practically war. I hear that people that are Satan worshipers are actually pretty nice people. I heard some craziness. Like there are some other crazy shit that happens with Satan worshipers and stuff like that. But I've actually listened to Duncan Trussell, and apparently I don't know if he's cool with the guy, but I know he said, the guy, there's some other factions of it, just like there's factions of Christianity that will go and do some weird, reckless shit. I mean, that's just the way things roll with religion, to tell you the truth. And if you got a problem with me talking about religion, listen, most of the wars that have been fought in anywhere have been over religion. So massive kills have been done in the name of religion. So if you got a problem with me saying that, then go to the history books and go read, because you're gonna fucking feel real dumb. Yeah, man, the Lil Nas X thing that was crazy. That was crazy. That was crazier than dumbass. What's his name? Uzi Vert, from Philly. Him putting the diamond on the middle of his fucking head. That took the cake, though. Giving the devil a lap dance. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I didn't watch it. I just heard news that he was giving the devil the lap dance. Listen, man, you do what you got to do, I guess, to get the money, get to the bag. Apparently his shoes sold out. So clearly he has a fan base, and clearly he has people that like the shoes, I guess. Nigga said that there is blood inside of the shoes. Jesus Christ. I really hope that's not true. Let's hope not. Yeah, wow. I can't believe people believed it. I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit going on in 2021, man. I wouldn't be surprised in 2021, after the year of 2020, that motherfuckers would make a shoe like that. It's just where I'm at with that one. Yeah, that was wow. That's crazy, man. the whole thing right now. It's just the country is going to a different place. That's all I can fucking say, man. Oh, man, I would talk about the Eagles, but I will not. Um, yeah, baseball started today. Phillies got the first win. Straight up off a walk off by Gene Segura because he felt fucking dangerous today. He said, "I think we want to win this game right now." Oh, you said you want to walk a batter before I get here? You said you walked him so you can get to me. You wanted me? You wanted my smoke? He said, "Clink, got t- game over." Said, game, bitches. He called the Paul Pierce. I call game. I call game. Gonna walk somebody for me? You didn't want that smoke, bro. And you got it. You got the smoke, and you got smoked the fuck out. You got fired the fuck up. That's how we roll. Phillies Nation, baby. Fighting Phils. Boo, boo, boo. And then, also we got great news for Joel Embiid is supposed to be back on Saturday for the Memphis game. I'm not the Memphis. What's the name of it? Minnesota game. He should be back. They said that he should be back. It should be about 3 weeks since his hyperextended knee. I'm glad he's not out too long because my brother kind of reminded me because I fucking wasn't thinking. Embiid likes to eat. And when he's injured and chilling, he might gain a few pounds and might get out of conditioning as an NBA player. But I think right now he should be fine. He's going to get a lot more time to heal up his. He got a lot of time to heal up his knee. Also now he can get back into the swing of things. Hopefully, be back to his MVP type mode. Look, I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Whoa, man, he's playing like shit," or he's playing. Listen, he's coming back from a knee injury. That's a very hard injury to come back from, especially when you can't stand. So, and also game mode wise, he's probably going to be on minutes restriction for a little bit. So Simmons is still going to be up to Simmons and Tobias and Seth Curry, the better Curry, and Tobias Harris to do big things. Let me tell y'all something right now. My mind is on some others. Like, wow, bro. I'm like talking about everything today. I didn't think I would be talking about everything today. My bad. I talked about everything today in 30 minutes. Oh, no, but I think everybody, the regular lineup should be back. George Hill, I think it's a huge pickup. Brooklyn's a problem. NBA's whack, man. That's where I'm at. Everybody's like, yo, whoa, everybody's gearing up to beat LeBron. Listen, LeBron needs to come back from a sprained fucking ankle, and Anthony Davis needs to come back from his injury. Also, guess what? Their new addition, Andre Drummond, he got injured too last night in the first game that they played with the Lakers. So the Lakers, y'all talking about the Lakers, yo. I think the Jazz are still a dangerous team. I think Denver just added Aaron Gordon to an already stout core. They're a dangerous team also. And then look at Portland. Portland still got something. You still got the Clippers. The West is still stacked. It's a stacked ass from 1 to 8 if they get to the playoffs right now. It's stacked. The East is top heavy. It's the East as usual. The Sixers, the Brooklyn Nets, the Milwaukee Bucks. If Boston can figure it out, Boston too. Miami can still be dangerous, man. It's a bunch of dogs over there, but you gotta understand, like maybe 5 deep in the East, maybe 6. If no, because the Knicks are good. I think the Knicks may be another year or 2 away from being like competitive, being the Knicks from the '90s. Because Julius Randle is a problem. He's living up to the potential that we saw at Kentucky. I think this is going to be a wild ride to end the season. It's going to be the Nets. The last time, listen. What's different? I've been trying to compare the Nets to somebody. I was going to compare them to the LA Lakers when they added GP and Karl Malone. But if you think about it, it was only really Kobe and Shaq that were already on the team. And then you added those 2 Hall of Famers. And then you look at it and I'm like, nah, they don't compare to that team because Brooklyn has Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving. 3 players that are literally first team All NBA almost every year. And then you add Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge, right? Somebody else. Well, once I'll remember it later. And then you gotta also understand Spencer Dinwiddie's supposed to come back. I think Spencer Dinwiddie's supposed to come back during the playoffs. So now you have a backup point guard. You got a center. You got 2 centers. You really got 3 power forwards. You can really you got 3 guys that can go for 40 on your ass, go for 10 rebounds on your ass, and go for like 15 assists on your ass. Like at any point during this, like Durant can be like, all right, man, I'm just gonna chill, man. I'm gonna get my, my slight 15, 20 points right here. Kyrie, go ahead, bro. Do what you gotta do. Kyrie can go out, get 40. Harden can go out and get his 40. That's 100 points between 3 fucking players. And then you got Blake Griffin. If Blake Griffin can just put up 10 to 15 points, if he's coming off the bench, if he can do that, and then you got LaMarcus Aldridge, like that team is stacked. They're more stacked than that Lakers team. Way more stacked than that Lakers team. Way more. And those are 2 of the greatest players of all time that we're talking about here. 2 dominant players at that point. But you got, if you don't think about this also, all 3 of those players that I mentioned for the Brooklyn Nets, they're all in their fucking prime. And they're all killers in their own way. Like, Durant has titles on his hands. Kyrie has a title. James Harden has a title in strip clubs. But he also, he has an MVP on his hands. He should have won MVP a couple of years too. So we're at a point now where those 3 are in their primes, and Brooklyn they should be the favorite. They should be the favorite. But when's the last time these all-star teams actually worked, chemistry-wise, in the playoffs? Do they really need the chemistry if you got murderers on all this? I don't know. Only time will tell. When we get to the playoffs, we'll find out. Who's going to stop Embiid? Now you can throw bodies at him. Multiple bodies at him. So, and Cousins is supposed to be going to LA Clippers, it looks like. They're talking about a 10-day contract, it looks like. So Clippers might have even became more dangerous themselves. That's all they really need is a competent center. Well, Zubac isn't bad. I'm sorry, Zubac isn't bad, but Cousins is still fucking Cousins. Cousins is still a problem. So I want to say, man, I'm going to end it right there because I got to run out and do some things. But I want to say thank you guys so much for listening. Hey, listen, the content will be coming fast and furious again. It's no, I'm not going to make any excuses. The content will be coming out fast and furious again. I promise. I'm going to try to do something tomorrow, Black Panthers wise. Also, I want to start just making the history, all the history podcasts. Like, I'm going to try to start banking stuff so I can have things. We'll figure it out, man. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. But I want to say thank you so much for listening. I want to say thank you guys so much for being you. I love you guys. I want to say stay safe out there. Stay masked up until you get vaccinated, and then still stay masked up. And wash your hands, wash your ass, wash your face, wash your teeth. Like with that, I want to say thank you guys so much. Where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and also on YouTube. Also, where you can find the latest updates of the Cruising Podcast is on at Cruising Podcast on Instagram, also at Nice Sound Finest on Twitter. So with that, I want to say thank you guys so much for listening. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.